Well,
All
you're
right.
taking the two athletes to the indoor nationals and looking at it. I know they're a little down in the rankings, but what a great opportunity for these two athletes.
Yeah, they are. They know where they're going in at. It's going to be a competitive field, I think. Any way you slice it, top 16. They've got some work cut out for them. To move up in the rankings is definitely one of their goals. But excited for them. Very proud of what they've done. They've both come a long way, and they've had a heck of a journey to get to this level. So excited for them, and they're going in feeling pretty confident.
And you look at this season, and both of them have had personal bests on the indoor side, and you can't ask much more from athletes than that.
Yeah, exactly. It's never good enough to some degree. It's kind of a "what have you done for me lately" type of mentality. But Megan with a school record, Travis with just such a tremendous bounce back year. I mean, they've both just done some great things. So really, really proud of them.
What's it mean for your program to have someone on both sides going in? I mean, we kind of get spoiled,
Yeah.
especially the MIAA, with everything, just nationwide, having program represented all the time.
Yeah, that's one of our primary goals. Is to have representation at the national championships. It's always it sounds easy, I suppose, in some regards. It's like, hey, you got to get one person there. Well, that one person has to be really good. So it gets more challenging from one year to the next, and we know that we got to continue to meet that standard and meet that expectation. So to have representation for the men and the women, I'm very happy with that. We didn't have a guy there last year for the first time in a long time, but now we feel like we're trending back in that good direction. So.
And how does this help you launch into the outdoors?
It's big. It's mentally, I think it's a lot for the student athlete. I know they're excited, but you're really, you got all your teammates ready to go for outdoors, but we've got this small group that has to be focused on indoor. So I think that we try to do is we want to use this to kind of springboard them into the outdoor campaign. So finish this one on a high note, have a good experience, and then maneuver that right into the outdoor season and hopefully do some great things. All right.
Awesome.
Well, Megan, going to the nationals. First off, what does that mean to you to be competing at the nationals?
It's like feeling a dream. I was hoping this year that I could maybe make it to nationals. Wasn't so sure about it, but I'm so glad that I get to go this year.
What goals have you set for this national meet?
I don't have any specific goals except to just go out there, compete, make myself proud. So.
The way you're vaulting right now, do you feel like you're vaulting at a high level to maybe accomplish something at nationals?
Yeah, I feel really good about how I'm vaulting, my form, my speed, so it should be good.
You're going to be seeing a lot of good competition. Does that kind of bring out the best in you?
Well, I'm excited for the competition. It'll be fun to watch and, try to compete my hardest against people who are so good at pole vault too. So.
What's it like, though? Because, there's a lot of MIAA vaulters. Does that make it easier because you kind of know some of the people there? Or?
Oh, for sure. We all know each other. We'll cheer each other on during it. So, it'll be nice.
All right, anything else?
That's all I need.
All right,
Hey, good luck.
thanks. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Well, you've got Megan going to nationals in the pole vault. Where have you seen her maybe show the most improvement during the season?
We've been working a lot on her inversion, so getting off the top of the pole much better. She's always had a great takeoff and a really good run. She's very fast and explosive, so we've been working a lot on the back end of her vault.
In track and field, sometimes you can have your best personal performance, but maybe not finish as high. This is going to be a very highly competitive event for Megan. What are you going to be telling her going into her competition?
Just be confident. Make sure that we, run our regular run, jump our regular jump, and we'll move our bars around to fit that on the specific day, and we'll move up poles and just see where we're at. I don't think it'll be any different than a regular meet. Just a little more pressure. So.
How hard is it going to a national meet, especially something where you're going to have to fly everything there? You don't have your poles with you strapped to the van. Let's talk about some of that.
We actually, I believe Fort Hayes is driving our poles out there, which is great of them. We're so happy because I do not want to take poles through an airport. That's a nightmare. So logistically, with our poles, everything should be fine. Practice is a little bit different when we're traveling because we've got a full day of travel, and then we'll have, a practice day, but it's the day before she competes. So that makes everything a little bit different. I can't have her in the weight room when I'd exactly like to as much, but we'll be fine.
You talked about, like Hayes taking your polls. Let's talk about the MIAA in general, because it's really good in the vault, especially
Yeah.
in the vault.
Yep.
How that helps prepare somebody for the nationals.
Yeah, so I think we've got 4 or 5 out of the top 10 or 12 vaulters in the MIAA, maybe more. I haven't checked lately, but she's used to this level of competition, so shouldn't be much different for her. All right.
Well, Travis, going to nationals indoor, what does that mean for you?
It means a lot. I'm really excited for the opportunity. I feel like I haven't been able to give my best this year, but I'm looking forward for the opportunity to do so.
Well, you've had a couple of 17-meter throws. I'll ask the same question. Do you feel like you're throwing it at a peak level right now?
No, definitely not at a peak level. I feel like it's consistent and good enough to kind of get to these meets where I want to be. But like I said, I'm excited for the opportunity to be able to, throw the big throws that I want to at the championship meets.
Have you set any goals for this indoor nationals?
Just top 8, be All-American. That's the biggest goal for me right now. Bring home a trophy.
What's it like, you talk about this because you have to go straight from this into the outdoor, so it's hard, do you really want to peak right now, or do you try to peak later on in the year?
I was talking with one of my teammates, Will, about this. I think peaking's not as important as everybody thinks it is. I think the possibility for a big throw is there as long as you set yourself up and put the work in. I think just it could come at any time.
And then what's it like just being, knowing the tradition and history of the throws here at Emporia State?
I'm still working on passing a couple guys on the all-time list. Hopefully I can. There's some really big names, but if that day comes, it's going to be really cool.
All right. Well, Travis is going to the nationals in the shot put. What kind of tips are you going to be giving him as he goes into this competition?
Really, it's kind of just giving him the confidence of going in. It's another meet in a way. This is the first time we've been back to nationals in a couple of years, so just enjoy the meet and have fun. So really, that's going to be nothing too crazy, nothing super technical, just sort of the same things we've been working on.
Where have you maybe seen him improve the most as this season's gone along?
Just his overall, the way he presents himself at meets. He is much more confident, and that's honestly the biggest thing. I've had several coaches ask me, what's the biggest change, and that's going to be probably it. Yeah.
He's talked about him being maybe more consistent this year with his throws. Not one big throw and then dropping back, but his throws have been more. How important is maybe to have those consistent throws?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's something that we've actually talked about. Like, that's how you kind of build your program and your year, is you have those consistent throws. I looked at this, every indoor meet, he threw 17 meters. So that type of consistency, it's coming in the cards that he's going to throw a big one. So
what expectations do you have for him for nationals?
I expect him to keep his head up and move forward, and every throw just keep improving. So, yep.
How does this work? Because track is one of those unique sports where it's kind of, you're going competing from December through May.
Yeah.
But it's a season, you got a national in the middle of it. Just kind of how do you go through that and navigate through it?
That's a good question. Like, for someone, for a national qualifier, you definitely want to kind of ramp it down leading up in the couple weeks leading up to the national meet. So that's the way we've approached it. Just keep him feeling good, not pushing it too hard. Just make sure he's moving well, staying mobile, that kind of thing, rested.
And then what's it like? I've asked him this question a couple times, but like being in a school that's got the history and the tradition on throws. I mean, you've got a gold medalist back in the 20s, world record holder in the 70s. Just that tradition of Emporia State throws. Just talk about that a little bit.
Sometimes I think an athlete can look at that and be really intimidated, like, am I going to live up to it? Something I've tried to instill in my athletes is enjoying the obstacle. Like, even if you fall a little bit short, you've tried really hard, you've worked really hard for it. I'm not big on like a talent thing. I'm big on hard work, because anybody can do anything if you keep working at it. So, yeah, they can be another one in the books. Absolutely. If they just keep working for it. So.
Awesome. Have fun.
Thank you. Should be fun.